Hi, this is Artsy Wisdom. My name's Diane. Thank you for coming by. I am going to do some tarot card readings for U.S. politics. And that's kind of unusual where I do it right then and there. I usually do my meditations and I get visions and I share those. But today I'm going to try this. Thank you for all my new subscribers and viewers and those of you who have resubscribed if you got dropped off. I'd love it if you check to see if that happened because I know YouTube's losing people or dropping off different subscribers. And I do astrology, read tarot. I'm an intuitive hypnotherapist, life coach. So if this is something you're interested in, come back, see what else I got going on. So today I'm going to look into Mike Johnson and to see his future because I feel like he's struggling. In other visions, I saw him as the great and powerful Oz where he's trying to move all the switches and he's behind the curtain, but he's struggling. If you can imagine that guy in that movie, he's kind of a dingbat, kind of wants to do stuff. So I kind of have that vibe from him. And then I'm also going to look into how did Biden's speech go over in the greater United States? Even in the MAGA group, if they listen to it, or has it shifted anything for his State of the Union speech the other day? That I also wanted to look in, will MTG get reelected? Will Ted Cruz get reelected? And Lara Trump is like co-chair now. I forget the guy's name for the RNC, Republican National Committee. So I wanted to look into that and see how that was going to go. Now that Rhonda, I think her name is Rhonda McDowell, that got let go and she quit. I think that's it. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to start off with Mike Johnson. I just shuffled and I pulled the Four of Wands, which is someone building, celebrating, a wedding, a party. Get it? A party. Four of Pentacles, two fours. Those are both solid cards. The High Priestess, which are secrets, and the Seven of Swords. So how I would interpret this is he is building, he is putting things away. I don't know if you can look at this squirrel. He's squirreling money away. So somehow, some way, Mike Johnson is making this lucrative position for himself. He's also, I'm seeing this, the Four of Wands is usually a celebration, a wedding, family time. So I'm looking at he's creating a sense where he wants to create a sense of togetherness and celebration, that he's pulling the party together and the families. But High Priestess, secrets, Black Widow. I think, what is the poem? Oh, what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. Black Widow. And there's the moon. And that's a High Priestess who has secrets. There can be a positive and a negative to that. High Priestess is somebody that really knows something from the higher realms, gets visions, is very intuitive. But I think for this, I'm thinking he's hiding things and people don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And the Seven of Swords. I think he's going to be escaping soon. I saw that in the past with my visions. I don't think he can hold out to the end of the year. I think he's not good at what he does. And in fact, I think after the election, he will be gone. I think. What's going to happen to Mike Johnson this year? Eight of Pentacles. Oh, Page of Wands. Ace of Wands. Well, Eight of Pentacles is building something and crawling up thing and using cooperative means to get the job done, commissions, projects. An Ace of Wands is somebody who has got really great ideas and is a visionary, but I do see that he's by himself. And again, the Pentacles, where I feel like I see this little groundhog or gopher. He's putting his money away. So I think what he's doing is creating a legacy for himself, for his I think his position. I don't remember what state he's from. And he's trying to build up this lucrative situation. But ultimately, I don't see him. Will he make it to the end of the year? Oh, I heard yes. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to confuse you now. He'll make it to the end of the year, but it'll be like January or February, and then he'll be gone. That's what's going to happen. I think after the inauguration, yeah, the Star and Ten of Pentacles, and I think he's going to look forward to it. I think he's overwhelmed, and I've told you this before. Mike Johnson this is a little bit above his pay grade, and he's learning, but may not be soon enough to get things done. All right, so let's go on to Biden's speech. How did Biden's speech go over all across the country? Good. I see a big orange ball around it. It was lighter. People are relieved to some degree, but those are mostly Democrats and people center left. Don't see him. He's going to win the election. I've told this before, but I don't see Republicans jumping on the bandwagon. He did come across, okay, I'm going to say 10% maybe, 5% of new people became happier with his speech. They saw him as having the vitality and the vigor that they thought he doesn't have. His brain is great. He's just physically, he's older and he's not as quick on his feet. But, I think he has the skill and the wisdom and the knowledge base. So will they, time is going to change. Things are going to speed up. I got the Wheel of Fortune and the Star, which is about having faith. And this is a karmic situation where universal energy, that things have shifted, and he's taking part in the larger plan. Well, Trump is too, because Pluto is in Aquarius, I think now, and it's going to go back to Capricorn and back in Aquarius. There's a large energy shift in the world, and that's what people have been feeling for the last few years. It's just the fear and the chaos because we're changing, and it's hard. And also we're bombarded regularly with media, and it's not our human natural abilities to monitor or manage that. It hasn't caught up with technology. So it freaks everybody out. King of Cups. He's a Scorpio, so here we are. And the Magician. Okay, so we've got, he's got all the tools, even though people may not think he does. I do see that about 5 or 10% of the people are happier with his performance. Page of Pentacles. This is about growth. You see the llama fur hair in the background. That's all the growth. That's all the abundance or all the product that's coming from this growing situation or healing. No, healing's not the right word. The situation where things are being produced out of a growth, abundance. I can't think of the right word. Sorry. It's late. The Emperor, which again, somebody's strong. So I do think they're thinking of him as strong. And actually, there's going to be some grieving that some of these people are going to, there is a reality where there's people who don't want to vote for Biden, but they want to vote for Trump less. So there is a grieving about that they realize that's what they're going to have to do. They don't want to. And there's a portion of people that are going to do that. Independents, maybe some Republicans too, because they know that if they vote for Trump, it's just our democracy will be blown up and not in a good way. So ultimately, yeah, I see that it's a good thing by his speech. It was taken really well, it was received surprisingly well. All right, so things are looking up. I do sense, my feeling is this summer's going to be really chaotic. I thought about, well, I'll go into the Lara Trump and the GOP, RNC, I'm sorry. Yeah, the GOP, RNC, Republican National Committee, and how I think she's co-chairing. And so earlier videos, I saw the GOP convention in July as a cafeteria food fight. I feel like it's going to be so chaotic. There will be so much fighting. And I feel the energy this summer is going to amp up exponentially in many, many ways. There'll be a lot of other things besides weather and rising anger, agitation, fear. In fact, I did a video on fear. I just did a short one last night and I was late, so I seem very quiet, but hopefully you get something out of it. Let me know if you do. Anyway, so GNC, that's not GOP, RNC, Lara Trump. Actually, I feel really good about it. I feel that her energy is positive for them. And it may be because Trump is family and he trusts her. And for whatever it is, her skills are suited to this position. And I know I've seen her on TV, like doing calling Republican people that are Republican to see if they would send money to Trump or whatever. And she's very good. She's very confident. So I could see her doing this and actually doing a good job. Now, I haven't pulled any cards. I just have that sense. Her and Eric, I think she might be smarter than Eric. And she's got some plans as well for herself in the future. Yeah, and maybe some political stuff. 3 of Wands, the Fool, 5 of Swords, King of Swords. King of Swords is a Gemini or Libra. It's a air sign and it's a mature man. So let's just say it's the orange dude. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And he's a Gemini with a Leo rising. 5 of Swords, 3 of Wands. So she's waiting. So she's actually part of this thing where she's already been planning it for a while, or somebody somewhere has been planning it. Maybe it's him or maybe it's the whole group of their campaign people. And she's willing to do this. You notice in the picture. 3 of Wands is when somebody's already got the things already lined up. She's waiting for these 2 boats to come in, or the woodpecker or kookaburra. I don't know. Anyway, she's waiting. The Fool, and she's going to jump, have a leap of faith, and go without even thinking. There is a 5 of Swords, so I think she's going to become aware that there's money problems, that the money, and I don't think she can disagree with her father-in-law, but I think she's going to find out that the money's being put in different pools, or they don't have enough, or they're going to struggle to get the money they need to continue with the campaigns for all the other Republicans, not just presidential. There's senators, congressmen, people everywhere that take from that pool. And she's going to realize that some of it's being taken away. The Devil, 4 of Cups, King of Pentacles. All right, so she's going to come with some plans. We got the Devil, so that's mistrust and things that you get pulled in and you know they're not healthy and they're wrong. And I'm thinking that's, again, the money not going in the right place. Or I think she might be being pulled and said, well, don't worry about that money. It's okay. It's going to be fine. We're going to put this here. We're going to pay this. This is going to come in. We'll keep advertising and we're going to get it back. I think that's what's going to be happening. And this is her, even though this is not what this card means, her trying to hold on to those cups. I feel like she's watching them, making sure. And I it's weird because I'm really never been a Lara Trump fan. I don't really know anything about her except what I've seen a little bit. And I have this feeling that she just wants to do a really good job. She may also be, she's on the side of Trump. And then the King of Pentacles, which she's going to use her energy or talk. Maybe it's that partner of the guy who, she might be not quite co-chair. She's like vice president or vice chair of the committee. And they're going to come up. Do you notice it's a bison? Those things are immovable. You can't get him to move. So either he is or the whole committee is entrenched. And I don't feel like it's the whole committee. I feel like it's just the people, the leadership, the ones around Trump that are calling the shots, pulling the strings, whatever you want to say. And things are going to get moving. She's going to have to pull two things together that may not want to go together. I think my feeling is that she's going to be juggling a lot and trying to put everybody in their place, do what she can for her father-in-law. And actually, I think she's going to do a good job. So there you go. Not just for him, but for all the Republican candidates. Or the guy with her is helping her to their partnerships or whatever it is going to do well. Now, that doesn't mean the convention's going to go good, but this is the committee that manages the money. I think she will run into issues with her father-in-law when it comes to talking about the money, but she's also going to plan ahead or plan ways to fill in the gaps. And actually, I think who knew? Yeah, I have a decent feeling about it, so that's good. And MTG, let's go into Ted Cruz and MTG. She's from Georgia, that 1st district, I think, in Georgia. Hierophant, Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, and the Magician. Will she get reelected? Yes, she will. She's got people in her pocket or people that know. She has name recognition for sure. But she is so strong-willed and that district is on the map. They get to get heard and she probably tells them what she can do for them. But I don't. She's also got abundance. I see this as money. This is the card I pulled for Biden having abundance. So maybe this card means money. She has lots of money. She's going to be fine. Let me just ask one more time. Yeah, I do see her. I do see her winning. Oh, well. Whoever is going to compete against her or go against her will give her a hard time. The Ten of Swords is a card. Okay, I don't feel like this is the election. I feel like this is something else. I feel like she's going to get in trouble for something else and get in trouble. I don't think she's been indicted for January 6th that I know of, but I do feel like, yeah, well, if it is, she's gonna get over it. She's got the Queen of Swords, who's like a no-nonsense, badass lady. And here's the Ten of Swords. So, see that person? That's the one that she's going to go against, and she won't take any prisoners. So, I do feel like she's going to win. She's going to not slow down. And, yeah. But there is some secrets. There's some stuff going on. And she's going to be found out. And that'll be, she'll still get elected, but she's going to be found out about something else that she's doing that is illegal, immoral, deficient, deceptive. There's some deceptiveness. That's the word. All right, Mr. Cruz, who I don't know why anybody would elect him. Look at Trump, and he's supporting Trump. And Trump has just said everything about Ted Cruz, like his dad had something to do with John F. Kennedy's murder, and his wife is ugly. And Cruz just said, yeah, well, it's okay. I'll just vote for him anyway. So, or I'll go to Mexico when Texas is freezing. And did you guys take care of yourself? Who cares if I'm the senator there? Okay, let's see. Ted Cruz. Let me pull this one. I feel like that's that one. Page of Wands. He's very slippery. Okay, so I do think he's very slippery, like I said. And then we've got Judgment. And notice it's a Christmas. These are reindeer and there's Christmas presents. So will Ted Cruz... We've got Judgment and you got the World. I think it's going to be a really close race. Really close. Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is when people are stealing or betraying you. Yeah, and he's going to start, yeah. Oh, well, maybe. Gosh, Five of Pentacles. Two of Cups. No, I think it will be really close. But he's going to start over and he's got, doesn't have as much money as I thought. What the heck? What happened there? Ted Cruz. Yeah, I think he's going to win. I do think he's going to start over because Biden isn't going to be president. Trump isn't going to win. So the Senate is going to be Democratic. The Congress is going to be Democratic majority. And I think they're going to vote for the Congressman Jeffries to be the House Speaker. Hakeem, I think. Hakeem Jeffries. And so he's going to have to shift. He's going to win, but he's going to have to change his tune. Yeah. It's going to be on the bottom of the totem pole. I think he's going to barely win, though. He will. He'll win. Barely. Yeah. All right. And I think that was it. Thank you. Don't worry. All is going to be fine. We'll have bad days, some good days. That's how life is. If too much negative stuff is going on, just unplug. Nobody needs to know everything every day. Everything you need to know is right around you for the most part. And you stay there if the world gets too yucky. And I'm totally supportive of that if that matters. Okay. All right. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for enjoying this. Hopefully you enjoy this little experiment. And like I said, thank you. Share, like, subscribe. And anyway, I'd love to hear your questions. And we'll talk soon. Till next time.